horns. Importance on this, use the gaps, number one, make sure you're shooting for your twos. If you take the correct path, you're going to need to round a couple of those to make sure that you hang onto the interval. Remember that string thing we talked about, where you're tied to the guy next to you, you don't want the string to sag, and you can't pull the string extra tight. So hang on to your interval, use the field gaps.
Hey, flags. Flags. Yeah. We need to make sure as we're leaving that we're keeping the flag on the correct plane. I know you guys are booking, you got full turns, you got to really make sure that you're turning on your waist, getting your shoulders where they need to be, so that way the flag work can be where it needs to be.
Battery, we're slow coming into this, yes? We feel that. We have to push forward the triplets, keyboards, and synth. We have to get the tempo right away. Okay, again, there's 0 recovery time for you guys in here. If you aren't in time, but for beat 1, you're never going to be on that.
If you're sliding into this brass, if you're sliding, make sure your feet are in time. You're driving all the way to the halt so that you enter together. We had a lot of people not coming in at the same time and not centering the pitch. Reset.
Go! Faster!
Hey, Mike Hubner, keep working with Oscar on the presence thing we talked about. And Oscar, when you're heading to your right on the second set, before you cut back to the left, you know where I'm at? You're not part of the person next to you to your right, but you're overlapping them and getting to your dot early. So you got to keep the space for that person and don't get there early and hang out, then change direction.
Flags, that was way better. After about count 8, 9, 10, I don't know where it is, there's one where you come across on a 45 and cut through. As you're continuing through, that's the worst part right now. But the beginning part and after that was very, very good. Good job of awareness of the body. Again, I'm talking about count 5, Herbert said.
Horns, we are not always going to have the luxury of a perfect turf field, so you guys need to figure out how to apply the technique. And horns, listen up, and not change the technique in taller grass. You can't do something different because the surface is different. You got to push through, you got to drive those feet, heavy heels, even through the tall grass. Reset. We're going to add on limit this time and go to 56. Bryce, right here is the worst direction change in the entire show for you. Got to fix this one right here. Who's the tuba in the back corner at the end of the rotation before the footwork? Who is that? In the back corner of the diamond. I'm not sure who that is. Tim, is that you? Jacob. Jacob, that's you? When you get around to the back, Jacob, as soon as you build into it, your step size has to go when you start heading back to the corner, so don't lag into that one. And all horns on the follow the leader move. You know where I'm at? Yeah. Think about the exercise we did this morning. The key to your success is going to be finishing the visual phrase with your upper body. We don't see clarity on the follow the leader moves. Remember the Donkey Kongs when you're looking straight at each other before you change direction? I'm seeing which way you're going to go before you get there. You've got to finish the phrase with your body center.
Hey, battery. Anytime that we have impact moments that are quarter note triple bass, we lose pulse through that. Jump, 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 jigga, jigga, jump. yes, with the hand-to-hand flams and the snare drums on that, we lose, not to sound cliche, we lose a lot of energy through that. Think of the name of the chart, we need to push forward with that. Marie, we've got a lot of timing issues with the DTX right now. Okay, whoops, where's that coming from? I am so sorry. Okay, we have a lot of timing issues with DTX right now, we got to be careful with that.
Press. When we start this thing off and we have the ba-ba half notes, something we talked about back in spring training, you're doing a good job of playing into each note, but you're not doing any accents. It's hardly even discernible at sometimes where you're re-articulating. That should be at fortissimo plus, and then you sustain at fortissimo every time you play the note. Trumpets, you have an even harder one the second time you're actually on the move while you do that, right? Yeah, that one's not together. So it's a discrepancy with feet, also about the accents as well as causing the timing issues.
Field real quick.